Welcome back to Dauds, Murderous Book Club. Let's get started, shall we? The Whalers. Excerpt from a journalist report on organized criminal activity. One gentleman of advanced age swore that his brother has been taken by the Whalers, a notorious gang associated with the man called Dauds. According to Peter Menschveld, his brother Radolf was proud of working with the Royal Spymaster's Responsible Citizen Group, feeling no shame in reporting on what he perceived as shady dealings by his rivals at the fish markets. But this might have been the cause of his trouble. On the 6th evening on the month of Hearts, Radolf came storming into Peter's home, white-faced and panic-stricken, claiming to have been chased by a group of ruffians wearing the leather suit and vapor mask used by the men working the whale oil factories. Peter gave him a super and a drink, sending him on his way later in the night, after which Radolf was never seen again. Yeah, that's kind of what we do. The Isle of Sarkonos. Sarkonos, the jewel of the south, is best known for its warm winds, spiced food, and endless beaches. While the city of Kularo sees the heaviest flow of travelers from across the Isles, Karnaca, the southernmost edge of the known world, is preferred among the elite of the empire. It is said that in a month spent resting beneath the sun on the beaches of Sarkonos, or within one of the rural villages, can cure most maladies. Travelers bring back recipes and styles from the south, and the dances that all Sarkonans learn in their youth are favored in Crystal for the sensuality copied by the fashionable aristocracy in the capital city of Dunwall. The only persistent trouble in Sarkonos originates along the string of tiny islands stretching away from the mainland to the east. For generations, pirates have hidden along this archipelago, raiding the traded passings between the isles and, more recently, attacking whaling ships returning with rich stores of oil. I'm fairly sure that when they were making this, they knew they were going to make Dishonored 2 and that it was set in Sarkonos. Because, well, otherwise they wouldn't have done already so much world building for it. Thomas's Journal. Our trials began with a name, Delilah. A mystery given by Dauds, by the face he sees in his dreams and whose voice he hears when kneeling at the shrines hidden in the lost parts of the city. None of us have ever heard this voice, but we know its power. It spoke to our master, telling him of his coming doom, and saying that solving this riddle was the only way to escape. We knew nothing of Delilah, except that we found a whaling ship by that name. A tenuous connection, but where the outsider's world is concerned, there are no coincidences. We discovered the ship was named after a woman who once walked the halls of Dunwall Tower with Jasmine Caldwin. Later she became a painter, apprentice of Sokolov himself, until she snared an aristocratic patron named Arnold Timsh. We met Tim's niece, who offered us information on Delilah in exchange for eliminating her uncle. Removing aristocrats was her specialty, so our master agreed. With barrister Arnold Timsh gone, his niece divulged everything she knew. Delilah was much more than a painter, and she was hidden in the old Brigmore manor outside the city. By then we were too late. Delilah anticipated our threat. For some time she had been working her corruptive influence on the best of us, the assassin Billy Lurk. Delilah turned Lurk against us, and together they sold out to the overseers. When we returned to our hideout in the flooded district, we were swarmed by gold masks and hounds. But Dowd is quick and wise in our trade. In the end, he kept us alive, though there were losses. I'm sorry, I thought it was a flaming arrow, not an explosive one. Now our resources are strained. Some of the men are grumbling. I see the strain on Dowd's face. Killing the Empress, handing over her daughter, these are not easy burdens to bear. And Lurk's betrayal weighs heavily on him. His sleep is troubled by curses and shouts. Now we make preparations to strike back at Delilah. She's planning something in Brigmore, something that affects everyone in the Isles, and she'll be expecting us. Like our master, she shares her gifts from the outsider with those who follow her. How many are they, I wonder? I have no secrets from my master. My loyalty is without question, but I fear this may be the last day of the Whalers. Perhaps the last days of Dowd. Depends a lot on what playthrough you go for, really. Because, well, in my first playthrough, that one I did non-lethally, and I actually snuck by Dowd, and stealing his purse along the way. My second playthrough was a murderous one. But when Dowd asked for forgiveness, I couldn't kill him for some reason. It's just, if I killed him, I'd basically become him. I don't know what I wanted to do. For some reason, I couldn't bring myself to killing him. And I let him live. Everybody died except him. Well, and I saved Emily that round as well. But in my Let's Play, well, it was a round of everybody bloody dies. I just got so annoyed with so many things that Dauds, well, I couldn't let Daud walk. So, 2 out of 3 chance that he'll live, but I don't know. The Metaphysica Mysterium, excerpt from a longer band work on supernatural ritual. It is said that we should not sully our hands when combating the forces of the void. My study has deemed heretical by my brothers, but the rewards have been invaluable. I have harnessed the same energies employed by the outsider and his cult followers while avoiding their corruption. I will prescribe 2-fold methods in this task. Indirection. An unwholesome power of the outsider. As the unwholesome power of the outsider uses living flesh as conduits, we can avoid being tainted by using the flesh of others instead. Containment. By using channels and barriers, we can focus these void energies as in a raw state, shielding them from preserve perspectives of the outsider. Yeah, let's use other people words again to experiment upon. Last book. The Knife of Dunwall, a survivor's tale. Didn't we do a job right? From a street pamphlet containing a sensational sighting of the assassin Dauds. Gentle reader, be assured that your coin is well spent today. What you read here may one day preserve your life and your sanity. No one has seen the knife of Dunwall that lived to tell of it, until now. The sun was setting, a bloody stain against the sky, silhouetting the noble contours of the Rothwell slaughterhouse. The stench of blood, the flesh of men and whales, soiled the air. Dauds slithered from the sewers, his body slick with gore and gnawing with the vermin that no mortal man should have tolerated. His shadow stretched out before him on the ground, and it revealed his true nature. A horned thing warped by heresy. A shape too terrible to put into words, my gentle readers. A sorcerer from the void, without question. I could hear the moans of the dying workers he left in his wake, but he did not even pause to acknowledge their plight, for his heart is cold and Tyvian ice. Instead, he let out a guttural howl of victory, and shook off, the shock of which snuffed out the life of those poor dying workers. And then he bounded away, moving from roof to roof, back towards the street. And it was where this chapter would end until I heard the music. The grinding metal music of the overseers echoed from the nearby alleyways, and I knew there would soon be a fight. With only my sense of duty to the fallen citizens of Dunwall to keep my fear from overtaking me, I inched closer to the mouth of the alley for a better vantage. A brave contingent of overseers had captured one of Dauds' lieutenants lurking in the alley. He or she, for I could not tell beneath the thick leather of the industrial whaler suit, was prone and tied with sturdy ropes surrounded overseas. But their fixation was ultimately their undoing. Daud fell from above, moving through the air as easily as a falcon. I swear it upon my spirit, without sound, he glided down among them, and the music maker was the first to die, as Daud tore the man's head from his shoulders. That wretched song faded in the discordant wail. When I watched as the most notorious assassin of our time became a flurry of leather, metal, and blood, deflecting bullets and sword blades with ease, the last overseer, no doubt consumed with terror at seeing his brothers fall so easily, sank to his knees and begged for mercy. Daud spoke a single word that made my entrails squirm in my belly upon hearing it. The overseer shrieked like a madman until his mask split in two, as though struck by some hammer and chisel, and a stream of blood gushed forth from the crack, bathing Daud's boots. I closed my eyes at that point, too overwhelmed to witness any further atrocity. I could only hope that if foul heresy discovered me next, my life would end swiftly. But when I opened my eyes, Daud was nowhere to be seen. That was the last I ever saw of the knife of Dunwall. So, heed my warning, gentle reader. Should you or anyone you love witness some misshapen shadow fall across your path, or should your heart be slightest, or should you hear the slightest rumor of dark words whispered from the rooftops, then flee with all haste. Yeah, that's probably some pretty good advice. So, do you have anything to say?
Corvo's coming for us, Daud. And he's got nothing but blood on his mind.
You let me worry about that when the time comes. If it comes.
Oh, it will come. Let's talk.
I found Lizzie's stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Excellent. Lizzie has enemies inside Coldridge. If we play this right, she'll be begging to do business with us.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
No, I think I've annoyed people long enough with staying here with 2.5 episodes or something. So, let's leave before they send Dauds after me, shall we? Hooray, I did manage to not kill anyone in my own base. Isn't that great? Oh god. Coldridge Prison. A stray of execution for Lizzie. You need Lizzie Stride's boat to reach Delilah's stronghold at Brigmore Manor. Unfortunately, the leader of the Dead Eagles gangs is locked up in Coldridge Prison, and you've got to break her out.
Delilah doesn't lead Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players, gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself, that after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzie Stride. And Lizzie Stride is in jail.
Hooray, improved armor. Yeah, I'm mixing up the upgrade names, so I almost said explosive armor. Very effective against your attacker, probably slightly less effective as actual armor. So improved armor, explosive bolts, more. Oh, what favorites can we have? False requisition. False requisition allows you to false requisition orders allow your contact to deliver stun mines to the prison. The key to the mutation lockers will be hidden nearby. I am not really planning on stunning people. Misplaced rune. I always am interested in that. A recent sweep of the prison for contraband has yielded a number of heretical artifacts. One of them will be accidentally misplaced for the right bribe. Overseer Dauds. You are disguised as an overseer. An overseer has been summoned to Coldridge Prison. Your contacts will intercept him and send you in his place. Using this overseer as a disguise should fool the prison guards long enough for you to get inside. Yeah, for some reason with my terrible play, I don't think this will be all that useful. Runes though. Runes are always useful. Improved armor. Yeah, let's not die immediately. More bone charms. Let's do that. Anything else we need? Rewire tool. One of those can be incredibly useful. Yeah, let's take one of those. Alright, off we go.
Dauds. Lizzie Stride is in there. But we don't know where they're holding her. They're playing overseer music from the loudspeakers. We couldn't get in.
Why the music?
One of their prisoners. A spy guarded Dunwall Tower. The guards have sent for overseers to investigate.
I'll be back with Lizzie Stride. Stay hidden.
Well, that is a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh god, I don't even have my double jump. Alright. That's one room out of the way. Oh, hello there. Yeah, look like a perfect target to be headshot, but and first this guy has to move. Oh, come on. Fine.
Yet the gate still hasn't been repaired.
Who needs a gate? If anyone tries to escape now, they'll be vaporized. Arc pylons, Sokolov's latest.
That's if they're operational. The second you run out of whale oil tanks, you're defenseless, and the prisoner goes straight out to the bridge.
Exactly. Which is why we drained the water lock. No one survives that fall again.
Still, the Lord Regent won't tolerate another escape. We have to be extra careful.
Oh, I don't want you to move. I want... Oh, fine. And you can die. Wait a second. Oh boy. I don't have my magic that will make them makes them disappear, do I? I don't like evidence. Off you go. Alrighty then. Boom. I'm that. Oh. That was actually the wrong power. And, oh yeah, it's not a complete time doesn't move power yet. Which is stupid because I actually do have the rings for that. Because this will now allow me to completely stop time. Off you go, officer. Alright, so... Overseer arrival. Remember that an overseer has been summoned to address the situation in the interrogation room. Until the overseer arrives, no one is to enter the interrogation room. The prisoner cells are off limit to overseers and other visitors. No exceptions. So, what do we have around here? Bone charm around there. Corrupted charm around there. Rune. Thingy. And a dude. Oh, I guess.
Hesitate to kill their own.
Ready. Take aim. Watch Officer Thorpe. You provided Corvo Watano the means of his escape, and have confessed to receiving both money and plague serum in return. For high treason, I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire. It's finished. Stand down. The Lord Regent asked to convey to you his personal thanks for carrying out this sentence. It hasn't been easy, but we can all take comfort in a small measure of justice being done. Rest assured, Corvo will be coupled, and we'll give him the same treatment. Right, men? Back to your posts then. Double ration of whiskey tonight.
So yeah, well, it sucks that this guy who got me out when I was Corvo, well, he did commit treason.
Someone's supposed to be on duty over here.
Well, he might not be there because you murdered him.
Better make a pass over here.
I heard you then.
No.
Here you are.
Well, that was easy. Let's just try and hide the body somewhere. And we're good to go. So I hope that would either be a drop assassination or a... no, I can't jump over that. What to do with the bloody body? Let's get the body over there. That will get rid of him. Here, my little red friends. More food. Please do not eat me. Oh. And the bone chum is right there. Right near the rats. Because of course it is. But yeah, I hope it was either a drop assassination or or that I landed on the ground and did a normal assassination, but oh well, this worked. Oh, come on. You're gonna leave it like that? Really? Is it better to be a coward for a minute than and dead for the rest of your life? Don't know. Void Surge. Sometimes when using a power, no mana will be spent. Sounds nice, but very unreliable. Alright, so both bodies can go here. Hopefully the rats will appear a second time and finish their meal. Oh, yeah, no super jump. So, we are finally... we are finally inside the first place where we have to do something.
All cells in Section B are under quarantine until further notice. Prisoners who have been transferred from Section B will be observed for signs of infection.
So it only took me an hour to basically get the first mission started. I'm sure everybody's fine with that. Where did he go? So yeah, see you in the next one. The first episode that will not be 90% reading books and will actually be playing the game. People will enjoy that, won't they?